Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, friends. It's time for some good old Saturday morning React Tunes. This time featuring Star Trek, the animated series, Season 1, Episode 11. I think I have this right, the Terratin incident. I guess we'll find out soon enough. Nothing to it but to do it, friends. Before we get started, if you could do me a huge favor and hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. It greatly helps out a small channel and it allows me to alert you next time it's time for some Saturday morning React Tunes. And of course, if there's anything that we do that you would like early or in its full-length format, the link to our Patreon is in the description. And if you're not a fan of Patreon, consider YouTube memberships. You'll get all of our episodes at least a day early. But my dear friends, all that is then and this is now, and now it's time for some Saturday morning React Tunes, the animated series style, as we watch Star Trek, the animated series, Season 1, Episode 11, The Terratin Incident. Prepare to engage. That was dramatic. Prepare to engage. Maximum warp reaction. And away we go! Jim, tell us about that final frontier. I really miss the original series, friends. I'm not going to lie or try to pretend I don't. Looking forward to getting into a lot of the fan-made stuff. Star Trek Continues. Oh, is it New Voyages, I think is the other one. I want to try to watch them all. Written by Paul Schneider. Mr. Schneider, what have you got for us?
Captain's log, stardate 5577.3. We are approaching the remains of the burnt-out supernova Arachna.
Arachna?
Uhura, inform Starbase 23 we have arrived at the gas cloud and are starting to map.
Awesome. I'm glad Uhura's here.
That area's never produced radio transmissions before.
Put it on the speaker.
It's Thunder Island. Thunder Island.
The code word is T-E-R-R-A-T-I-N.
It stopped now, sir. No response at all to our signal.
Computers show no immediate information on the word Terratin.
Thank God.
Mr. Sulu, lay in a course for Cephas.
Aye, sir. Jim, you don't mean you're going to abandon the mapping mission to check out some meaningless signal?
Bone's always there to remind you of the mistakes you're about to make.
There may be some intelligence trying to contact us. Mr. Spock, continue research on the word Terratin.
It's a waste of time, if you ask me.
Oh my God. If you don't love Bones, you absolutely despise Plum. There's no way that you can be in the middle. You either love him or hate him.
Mantle and crust entirely crystalline.
But nothing in the computer banks about surface eruptions.
Dear God. That's awesome looking, though. Well, that's obviously not natural. It has to be made by somebody.
I register a disturbance, Captain, as if an impulse just passed through the ship.
Like a scan?
I suggest we delay orbit until it can be analyzed for nature and effect.
Sensors detect nothing abnormal, sir.
Bridge to engineering. Scotty, how are your engines?
Purring like happy kittens, Captain.
Huh.
Bones, we've just recorded an unidentified impulse. Any effect on sensitive lab animals?
Nothing, Jim. The gossamer mice show no signs of shock.
Well, our halo fish is bright as ever, Doc.
Oh, that's awesome.
Species loses all color at the least environmental change.
Those are good canaries in the coal mine right there.
Sensors show crystalline surface heavily fractured by lava flows. Ash and smoke suspended in oxygen, nitrogen atmosphere. My eye!
Uh-oh. Where are we going? Oh, this is everybody. Once again, everybody, just to... I told you so, but Spock was right.
Anyone hurt here?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, we're okay.
Wave bombardment reduced, but continuing. Deflector shields ineffective.
No casualties reported, Jim.
What happened?
This is really... We got a lot of, talk. I like this.
Every dilithium crystal connection smashed in the warp engine circuitry. Well, you have to see it to believe it, sir. Those big crystals in there have come apart. Each of them unpeeling like the rind of an orange.
Wow.
Notice the fracturing is spiroform, similar to long-chain molecules.
What now, Gabbler?
All the tools, sir. They're too big for us to handle.
Spock, are you slumping?
I have never slumped in my life.
Mess Officer Briel requesting help in the main dining room. Tables, chairs, silverware, everything seems to have enlarged.
Is everything getting bigger, or are we all getting smaller?
We know the whole ship has apparently expanded.
Look how little they are.
Take us out of orbit, Mr. Sulu. Shut down all unnecessary systems. Get every ounce of impulse power. We've got to get away from this planet.
Boy, if only somebody had warned us.
Our limited power attempt to escape the planet's gravity has failed,
Oh, great.
resulting in a contraction of our bodies or an expansion of the ship by a factor of 0.3.
Okay, so we're not getting smaller. We've just been reduced by a third?
How are they holding out, Scotty?
We've replaced all the damaged parts we can. With all that's draining them, the well will soon enough run dry, sir.
Thank you, Scotty. Kirk out.
Thanks for this sort of good news.
My eyes no longer fit the opticals.
And I can't reach the dial I turned 5 minutes ago.
Okay, so we're getting smaller.
Bones, I need some answers. What's happening to us?
Come down to the lab, Jim. I may have something for you now.
It'll take me a week to get down there, Bones.
Then Spock's theory is right. We're contracting.
That's why our weight remains the same. Same number of atoms.
Just getting denser?
Yet the uniform on which you wear it fits as well as ever. Uniform made of algae-based xenolon, I believe.
Aren't all our uniforms xenolon?
Yes.
Really? Xenolon?
That means only organic matter is affected. But how?
The wave tends to wind tight such spiral molecules as dilithium.
We saw that.
What happens when DNA is compacted completely?
The strands wouldn't break, Jim. They'd just quit winding.
Then we can calculate the limits to our shrinkage.
Everybody thinks they can, Jim.
We will lose effective control of this vessel at the point when we have become approximately 1 centimeter tall. We will reach this less than fingernail length in 32 minutes. Spock, how small will we ultimately shrink?
No information on that as yet, sir.
Atomic? I mean, subatomic? I mean, I don't know.
Phaser fire will only waste power.
What good will it do to wait like this? Just one burst, sir. One single...
Sulu!
Sulu just fell about 100 feet.
I think his leg's broken. We'll need a splint.
Wow.
Let's get him to sickbay.
I think it might be broken.
The electric eye. We've grown too small to make it work.
How are you going to hit grab the thing inside anyway?
What happened?
He fell from the console top.
More and more fall entry is coming.
That's the other leg now, I think.
That microscope laser, the one designed to heal the middle ear? Well, wouldn't it work here?
It's certainly worth a try.
It's in the lab shelf supplies. I'll get it.
I'll be back in a month. Christine has a much larger role in the animated series. Oh, shit.
Help!
How'd they hear that?
Help!
Oh, she's at the surface. Okay.
Help! Help!
We hear you. We hear you.
Help! Help!
Goes right through her hand. Ah!
We are going down to 1/16 of an inch high.
Yes, Captain. Well past the operative point of Enterprise controls.
Wow.
The geographic center of the wave emissions from the planet's surface.
Easily, Captain. May I ask the purpose?
It's as good a place as any to beam down.
We're going to beam down?
There is one last measure we can take to try and stop the bombardment of the lethal spiroid wave.
Couldn't we transport and then, while we're in the buffer, redo our size?
This is the best I could do in rigging so small a communicator, sir.
Thanks, Spock.
Its range cannot be guaranteed. How will we pinpoint you for return in case it fails?
You won't.
Set automatic return for me. If there's anything to be found down there, 10 minutes should do it.
Aye, sir.
We should have that on all the time.
Prepare to energize.
Good luck, sir.
Energize.
All right, then. Heave, lads. Heave!
That's awesome. How are you going to push him back down? Isn't that dematerialize, materialize?
Kirk to Enterprise.
He's
I think
normal
we have
height.
an answer to the height problem. The transporter beam apparently returns our molecules to normal spacing.
It's the second time the transporters bailed us out. Lorelei's signal when we were old the transporter made him young again, so good stuff.
Wave bombardment has just ceased.
I think I seem to...
Maybe turn up that 10-minute schedule. It might be time to, you don't want to Pompeii this shit. Is that a city or something small? It's a city, a very small one.
Scotty? Spock?
He just killed him, walking over to the... They're all there somewhere.
Is it you?
Aye, Captain. For the love of heaven, be careful.
Yeah.
Is everyone safe?
Captain, you'll deafen us for sure.
Everyone accounted for?
All but the bridge crew, sir. They were trying to man their post.
Oh.
And they were beamed away. Every living one of them.
They were beamed away. Okay, well, that's good at least.
All this ship's armament is locked on the coordinates of your city. A demonstration in case you doubt.
Our holy mountain! A blood feud it is.
In the name of the Terratin people, I forbid you to destroy us, Captain Kirk.
You forbid me after what you've done to my people.
Okay.
For damage done your starship. Be assured, this land contains much dilithium to replace that you lost.
Okay.
We had no choice but to use our invasion defense to reach you.
You still haven't answered my question. Either you tell me what's happened to my people.
Here we are, Captain.
They beamed us down with their transporters. See for yourself.
Well, how are we going to lock onto you guys to get you back?
Where'd they come from? Descendants of an early lost colony, which is why they retain some knowledge of starship methods, such as transporter mechanisms. Spiroid epsilon waves are natural here, and shrank them to this size. It has become a genetic characteristic now.
We had to build our own world, master our own ways, our own defense.
It's interesting.
We are about to lose all. We had to force help from your ship.
I'm going to beam down a shoebox, get everybody in your civilization in there.
They had no other way to reach us except to make us their size.
It makes sense.
All bridge crew prepare to beam aboard. Each of you carry as much dilithium as you can find.
The captain orders dilithium. Bring the largest crystals in the city.
I mean, the dilithium shouldn't... I was going to say, it's not going to get bigger or anything.
The crystals are small, but I believe they will provide enough power until we can obtain larger pieces.
Sulu, take over the transporter here. Spock.
I'm sorry I didn't listen to you. None of this would have happened. Now, the Terratins would be dead, but we wouldn't know that.
Earth cracks will soon swallow all. He must tell us. Shall we prepare?
Yellow shirt, I mean, he couldn't get more 70s.
Starbase 23 is reading.
Last of the crew beamed up, sir. Dilithium supplies are fully restored.
Mr. Erex, prepare for immediate...
Yeah, let's go.
Mr. Sulu, direct forward phases at the Terratin city set for pinpoint fire pattern.
You shot with a phaser? Hey, there they are.
Captain Kirk, we welcome your eye upon our city.
How can we even hear anybody? It's okay.
We name you honorary Terratins now and for all time to come.
We came rather close to making it more than...
Captain's log supplemental. The Lilliputian city is to be taken to Verdanus and relocated on a fertile and well-watered plain. Then we'll be able to call the Terratin incident closed.
Cool, very cool. All right, everybody, we just finished watching the 11th episode of the first season of Star Trek the Animated Series, and the only thing left to do is talk about it. All right, everyone, we just finished the Terratin incident, the 11th episode of the first season of Star Trek the Animated Series. I thought this was a strong episode for kind of a silly premise, oh, we're shrinking. But I even like the explanation of it, it was just this specific type of what they call those spirals, something or others. Again, it was enough science for me to shake my head and be like, yeah, it sounds like it could work. Where it was just basically that we were shrinking or the crew was shrinking because the space between the molecules was, that was being kind of compressed. I like the idea. I thought it was neat, and again, were there numerous like logic holes in it? Yes, absolutely. But at the same time, it was enjoyable. And again, for a bite-sized Trek, this packed a lot into it. We got a first contact situation, even though technically it was an old Earth colony, had been gone for so long, that they had kind of forgotten a lot of this stuff, is what I'm led to believe. That our ancestors had shrunk down to the point we couldn't even see. We had to rebuild everything. I really, really enjoyed that part of it too. And the reveal was interesting too, that it was just, there was no like alien race or anything like that, or kind of like hidden culture. It was an Earth-based exploration colonization effort that ended up becoming, a suspect or not experimented on, but subjected to, these different radiation forms that resulted in their current stature. And I thought that was neat. I thought it was a cool little premise. Paul Schneider did a good job. And I mean, how did they get around? I said you got the turbo lift door open, sure, but how do you reach up and grab the handrail and like activate it for the computer to understand where you're going? Because to my knowledge, that's how the turbo lifts work back in the original series era. You walk in and you grab basically the controller that can, and you say where you want to go, and then you end up going there, or you can manually, it's almost like a handlebar on a throttle on a motorcycle. I've seen them like twist and do stuff like that. So I'm not sure exactly how it works. If someone can explain it exactly, that would definitely help me out. But again, yes, are there more problems than they address? Sure. But we're talking about a 25-minute episode. I thought they packed up a lot of really good stuff and had a really good start and middle to this episode. When we got to the end, we got a little loosey-goosey, even for the animated series standards. And I don't mean like the animated series is a lesser or anything like that. It just means time-wise, it's definitely shorter. And so for the animated series, it was almost like they were in a rush to get through the end of it. Like they had written out a really kind of solid kind of, 75% of it. And they were like, oh my God, we need another 20 minutes to finish this up, and we've got 5, and they had to really speed through it. And by that, I mean, they were mentioning things that we didn't really talk about. Like, is it as beautiful as you said? I don't know. We didn't tell you it was. This is the first time we're telling you about the planet we're taking you to. That type of stuff, but that's to be expected, and it's not too bad. If they had just a few, I don't know, maybe it was a pacing issue too at the front end, where we didn't necessarily have to have like Christine recovering that piece, to buy us a little bit more time. But I digress. I thought that the episode was very fun. And even though it was rushed at the end and that kind of detracted from it a little bit for me, it was still a very good offering for the animated series. And to be very honest, it was one of the ones that engaged me the most. I thought it was a cool premise. The science was enough science for me to be, like I said, to be like, okay, I buy it. And again, I think it proves more beyond a shadow of a doubt that when Spock says something, there is a 99.999 repeating chance that it is correct and that you should listen to him. And again, I said during the reaction, if they had listened to Spock and turned around and went away, or waited or whatnot, the Terratins would have died. But my argument is they never would have known that. The problem is, if it's keeping the Enterprise safe, we have to listen to Spock. Spock knows best, everybody. Please, for the love of God, commandment number 1 on the NCC 1701, listen to Spock. All right, everybody. Well, that does it from this bite-sized episode of Star Trek the Animated Series. If you could do me a favor, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. It greatly helps out a small channel, and it allows me to alert you next time it's time for a little animated series. And of course, if there's anything that we do that you would like early or in its full-length format, the link to our Patreon is in the description. And if you're not a fan of Patreon, consider YouTube memberships. You'll get all of our episodes at least a day early. But all that was then and this is now, my friends, and now it's time to say goodbye from Star Trek the Animated Series. And this entire time I'm sitting here thinking, and I actually had to pause the video for a second because I was thinking, where should we put ourselves considering what happens in this episode? Where should we put ourselves? And I thought, you know what, friends? It's time for us to shine. All of us. We are part of the crew. We are part of the NCC 1701. But it just so happens that we were doing shuttle maintenance during this time in the Galileo, and we were just off of the craft. We were just beside the NCC 1701, that beauty, when disaster struck, and we have been shrunk down. And it's up to us, friends, to figure out what's going on, how to work around it, and become as able members of the crew as the ones that are on the main ship. And friends, my money's on us. Until such time as we can take another adventure, bite-size or full-size, Vulcan roll, and I'll see ya.